Sir, the halls of Northwood High echoed with whispers and muffled laughter. All directed at 17-year-old Alara. Her jacket, a hand-me-down from her older brother, was faded and had a prominent tear on the sleeve, patched up with duct tape. To the popular kids, led by the impeccably dressed trio of Jessica, Chad, and Brittany, she was an easy target. Look at her. Jessica would sneer, loud enough for everyone to hear. Did she fish that jacket out of a dumpster? Chad would add, seriously, Alara, does your family even own an iron? Alara would just pull the worn fabric tighter around herself, burying her face in a book, her cheeks burning. She never said a word back. Her silence only seemed to fuel their mockery. What they didn't know was that the jacket was more than just old clothing. It was a link to her brother, Leo, who had disappeared a year ago. He'd given it to her just before he left, saying, "Keep this safe, Ellie. It's more important than it looks." One afternoon, the taunting was particularly cruel. As Alara was walking home, Chad accidentally tripped her, sending her sprawling onto the muddy ground. Her book scattered, and a fresh rip appeared on her beloved jacket. Laughter erupted around her. "Oops, clumsy me," Chad said with a fake apology. Alara felt a hot tear escape her eye, not from the fall, but from the fresh damage to the one thing she had left of Leo that night. As she tried to patch the new tear, her fingers brushed against something hard hidden in the lining. Her curiosity piqued. She carefully unstitched the seam. Inside, she found a small, sleek device that looked like a USB drive, but with no standard connector. On its side was a tiny, almost invisible, symbol-stylized raven with a key in its beak. Her heart pounded. Bis. This was the same symbol Leo had tattooed on his wrist, a symbol he said represented a club he was in. Driven by a new sense of purpose, Alara spent the night trying to figure out the device. She finally discovered a hidden port on her old laptop that it fit into. The moment she plugged it in, her screen went black, then displayed a single line of text. Password? She tried everything she could. Think of Leo's birthday, their dog's name, their childhood secret code. Nothing worked. Frustrated, she was about to give up when she remembered the last thing Leo had said to her. "Keep this safe, Ellie. It's more important than it looks." She typed in the phrase, "more important than it looks." If the screen flickered to life, revealing files, encrypted messages, and coordinates. It was a digital breadcrumb trail left by her brother. He wasn't just in a club. He was part of a covert organization called Nightshade, a group that handled threats the public never knew existed. And the messages indicated he was in trouble, captured during a mission. The files also contained training modules, hand-to-hand combat, cryptography, tactical driving. Leo had left her a way to follow him, a way to become like him. For the next 6 months, Alara disappeared from the social scene at school. She was present in body, but her mind was elsewhere. Every night, she trained. She followed the virtual tutorials, pushing her body to its limits. She learned to decipher codes, to move in silence, to anticipate threats. She used the small fund Leo had left her to acquire gear from secured drop points listed in the files. Her room transformed from a typical teenager's space into a makeshift training ground. She was no longer the timid girl who hid behind a book. A quiet confidence began to radiate from her, an intensity that made her former tormentors uneasy. They didn't understand the change, so they mostly left her alone. They had no idea that the girl they once mocked for a ripped jacket was now becoming a highly skilled operative. Her one goal was clear: find the coordinates of Leo's last known location and bring him home. 2. The day of the annual school charity gala arrived. It was the biggest social event of the year, a night of glamour and fake smiles. Jessica, Chad, and Brittany were in their element, preening for photos. Suddenly, the main doors of the grand hall swung open with force. A figure stood silhouetted against the evening sky. It was Alara, but not the Alara anyone knew. She was dressed head to toe in sleek, black tactical gear, Her face was set with a grim determination that sent a chill through the room. On her shoulder was the patch of a raven holding a key. The crowd fell silent, their jaws on the floor. Jessica's smug smile vanished, replaced by sheer disbelief. "Elara," she whispered. Elara's gaze swept over the stunned faces, landing on the trio who had made her life miserable. She didn't say a word. She didn't have to. Her presence was a statement. Then, her earpiece crackled to life with intel about her brother's location. With a final, unreadable look at her former bullies, she turned and strode out of the gala, melting back into the night. There, they had mocked her for a ripped jacket, but now they knew she wore armor. And she was on a mission. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe for more.